Imagine your adult son, let's call him Barry, comes to your home one Sunday afternoon. He drives up in a new vehicle you've never seen before, and he says, "Hey Dad, let me take you for a spin in my new car." "Sure," you say, and you hop in and take a tour in his new car. And after he pulls back in your driveway and you re-enter your home, your wife asks you a question. She wants to know, did Barry drive the car right? Well, you think a minute and you reflect on the last 20 minutes you spent in the car. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that Barry came to a full stop at every stop sign, and that he drove within the speed limit the entire time, and that he obeyed all the traffic signals. And let's say he refrained from texting on his cell phone while he was driving. So you look at your wife and you say, "Yes, dear, he drove the car right." Now let's add one more fact to this story. Suppose that just before your wife asked the question about Barry's driving, you received a call from the local sheriff and learned that Barry had stolen the car earlier that day. Well, does this fact change your answer as to whether Barry drove the car right? I think it does. You see, if Barry has stolen the car, then he has no right to drive it at all. Therefore, no matter how safely or recklessly he seems to drive it, without the authority to drive it in the first place, he cannot possibly drive it right. There is no right way to do a wrong thing. And the point I am trying to make with this illustration is that when we consider the rightness or the wrongness of any government program, like Obamacare, the discussion of its rightness must always begin with the question of authority. Does the government have the authority to do this thing in the first place? You see, if we ask this authority question first, and we determine that there is no authority for the program to exist at all, then the question of its cost and its benefits are irrelevant. And with respect to government-controlled health care, this question is actually easy to answer. Neither God's law nor Article 1, Section 8 of the U.S. Constitution provides authority for the federal government to involve itself in health care, or in health care financing, or in insurance of any kind. In other words, Obamacare is a stolen car. And anyone who drives a stolen car is a lawbreaker. All the smoke and mirrors about what Obamacare costs and what it will or will not provide are irrelevant. There's no right way to drive a stolen car, and Obamacare will not work because it cannot work. Simply put, there is no right way to do a wrong thing. All who have taken an oath to the U.S. Constitution, including our state governors, our attorneys general, our state's attorneys, and our sheriffs, need to do their duty by pulling this stolen car over and arresting Barry or anyone else who tries to drive it. This is Michael Anthony Peroutka for Institute on the Constitution, bringing you the American View.